Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second show of our third week of Rocket Underground. I'm your host, Wasabiaki. Joining me in the booth is Warrat. Warrat, how are you today?
After making a weekend trip to a wedding and then playing Rocket League, I don't feel too good. That's why I am drinking an energy drink to clear out my head.
Well, yeah, that's what they're obviously prescribed for. So, we have a exciting AL matchup. We played JL last game. Now we're gonna drop down a little bit to a AL game. Warlocks versus the Shadow. Um, Not really been keeping up on too much AL this season because again, I am a lonely pleb of the rookie league, and all of this is well above my skill level. They just bring me on here to talk a bunch of crap to people because it's fun. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean way
Anyhow,
above your skill level?
well, while we're getting the teams underway and situated, if you're in the chat, go ahead and make sure that you are, if you are a subscribed person in the chat, go ahead and get a exclamation point enter or exclamation point ticket one for an entry into the free Rocket Underground jersey giveaway. You do have to be present to win. So, I mean, obviously, if you're going to be around here watching some Rocket League action, go ahead and get yourself situated, and see what we can do about that.
Situated.
Situated.
What kind of word is that?
It's the word that we're using today, bro.
Well, anyway, as we're moving on into the Warlocks versus Shadow for AL, I do have confirmation that the Warlocks are actually undefeated in Apprentice League, while the Shadow are sitting at a fine 1-1. The record overall for the Warlocks is 6-4, and the Shadows are 5-3. So this should be a close-knit game, Wasabi. If it's anything like their counterparts from yesterday, which I hope not, we'll have ourselves an exciting game. Was that 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago that the Warlocks blew the Shadow out. I forgot which league.
It would be Wasabi. Yeah. Not that I am aware of. But yeah, no, you are talking about the Warlocks, the JL team. It was a couple of days ago. Do believe they had that new pickup by the name of Trash Panda, and he was doing some work.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, I think one of the games was like 11-2 or something. I don't know. I was casting. Jaw was on the ground most of the night. Then again, I had a bunch of other games that I casted that night and a few other games over the course of the weekend. They all kind of rumble, bumble, and stumble in together. But yeah, definitely looking for an interesting matchup here tonight. Again, like you said, Warlocks undefeated. Shadow having a little hiccup to the start of their season and pulling it together. So, I mean, could go either way. As we're getting the teams on the field, checking some ping, making sure everything's all hunky-dory and good to go. Again, if you're in the chat and you're a subscriber, go ahead and get yourself that exclamation point enter or exclamation point ticket one to get yourself an entry into the free jersey giveaway. I mean, let's be realistic about it here, guys. Jerseys with shipping running you about $50. Subscription costs you $4.99 for the month. Go ahead and subscribe. Put yourself in for an entry. Cancel after the first month. You get yourself a $50 jersey for $5.
What are you going on about, Wasabi? This is just you're just plugging it in there. Like, can you not tell people to enter? Because I'm trying to win. Okay, I'm trying to win because I entered myself. If you're not entered, I recommend you enter. I mean, what's nothing? I mean,
let them enter. Let them enter because not only do you have to enter, you have to be present. So if you don't want to listen to me, if they don't want to look at you, then you could be the only person, man, the only one here.
I mean,
that's how it's gonna be.
Hey, I'll be around 10 o'clock tonight. I'll be around and make sure. I'm gonna check out what's going on. Get to watch. You get your butt kicked like I just did the previous series. So That's gonna be a fun as I sit down and drink me an energy drink the whole night as I drown my swallows and that loss. But we're not gonna talk about that. Okay, we're gonna move on to what's to come as we get teams into the tennis lobby, checking themselves out the ping, and then making sure everything is solid. The players to be presented on the field to you tonight for the Shadows is going to be Nubsy, and it's your boy Chad coming at you hot. And for the Warlocks, I believe we do have a Quilly entering the field today, if this proceeds well to say, and we have a Legend Humble coming at you.
Yeah, Nubsy, it's your boy Chad, Quilly, names I'm quite familiar with. Legend Humble, little new on my radar. But if the Warlocks think that this player's got the caliber to be on their undefeated team playing against a stud like Quilly, then who am I to say otherwise?
I mean, as we may have some technical difficulties back, give me your predictions, Wasabi. Who do you think is going to come out tonight as the AL winner?
Just because I want to be that guy, I got a feeling that the Shadow take this series in Game 5.
Oh, he's trying to be yo boy instead of that guy. I got you. I get what you're going on here. As we get ready to put teams onto field, make sure you get those channel points in there, because I know some people on the Warlocks about 2 days ago were getting upset that they didn't get their channel points. So make sure you go vote. And if you haven't, as Wasabi said earlier, make sure you're entered in that jersey giveaway. It's a free $50 jersey. I mean, it may take a month to get here. Who doesn't love free jerseys, right?
Honestly, I don't even think it takes that long for shipping. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the leagues that I'm in where things are a little bit more friendlier and we get our stuff on time, because that's what responsible people do. And but anyway, yeah, definitely exclamation point enter, exclamation point ticket 1. Get yourself a entry if you are a subscriber. And God willingly knows that 94% of anybody in here is, because Twizzle has been dropping subs like candy on Easter.
Hey, I mean, that guy can miss open nets, but hey, he gives you those subscriptions. Well, as a famous saying where I come from, get twizzled.
Get twizzled indeed, but subscriptions he did bestow in plethora across the entire channel. So yeah, if you're not in, get in, exclamation point enter, exclamation point ticket 1. If it tells you that you failed to enter the giveaway, that means you're already entered. So don't let it alarm you. That's what you want to see. Get them in, get them while they're hot. Again, free jersey's a free jersey. The only thing I turn down is my collar. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I mean, fair enough. But as we move forward, as I said, get those jersey tickets in. I mean, I wanted to get swept so we can move on to the jersey giveaway. I mean, we got the whole night. We might as well get to it. I mean, that's what we all came to see here, the jersey giveaway. But we came to see some great Apprentice League, Rocket League, as we get underway with Sabi, as the Shadow and the Warlocks take the field. And we've seen Legend Humble come back on a reverse sweep, but this was, I believe, about week 1, if I'm correct. But for a different team.
You know what? Now that you do say something about that, that does sort of ring a bell. Again, I have horrible memory because I'm old, so... but Legend Humble trying to do themselves some justice, getting a goal and a nice demo. Great save coming from the Warlocks. From the Shadow. As Legend Humble again working the ball out of their own zone. Quilly sitting in net, gonna come out and pick that up, trying to get it past Nubsy. Nubsy trying to put it back in to an awaiting. It's your boy Chad, but Nubsy comes in a little too aggressively and messes that up for their teammate. Legend Humble now taking it down into the Shadows side of the field, trying to work the ball back around the corner. Saved by It's Your Boy Chad, out to a waiting Quilly. Quilly now going to have his turn at trying to put the ball around the horn. Nubsy not having any of that. Getting the ball past midfield is the Shadows. Weird flick, I lied. Legend Humble takes that shot. Great save by It's Your Boy Chad. Legend Humble trying to put it back in, looking for Quilly across midfield. Nubsy clearing that out. The Shadow are now a little pulled out as the Warlocks try to do something. Ball comes across the net. Quilly unable to put it in himself, but he does get it to Legend Humble, who solidifies the goal for the Warlocks.
You know, I'd love to see that offensive push, only if I had that last series. But, well, regardless of that one, the Warlocks, with a beautiful push for the first minute, push back the Shadow, make him come out and go back in. And unfortunately for them, it just wasn't good enough. But Nubsy looking to tie the game up already. Just an excellent comeback shot saying, hey, if you guys can score, we can score too. Clearly not going on the kickoff. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I have no idea. A little miscommunication going on there. Shadow definitely take advantage of that situation to tie up the game. It looks like what had happened there was Quilly wasn't lazy. He just poor and has bad interweb.
I mean, so you know, fair enough. He's playing on the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
From the game. Gameplay still is going to continue here. Let's see how much of a legend Humble is. They're trying to take the ball against two Shadow defenders. Nubsy now trying to play the ball across the middle of the field. Pushes it a little wide. Legend Humble going to try and clear it out of their own zone. Ball floats across the middle of the field to an open net and an open It's Your Boy Chad. It's Your Boy Chad's going to obviously take the easy goal. Put the ball in the back of the net. Give the Shadows a 1-goal lead with 3:05 left in this game. I do believe Quilly is now back on the field and ready to go. Ball in favor of the Warlocks as Quilly tries to push the ball across midfield. Nubsy had other plans, but Humble is going to pick the ball up, put it out of the corner, try to flick it across to Quilly. Nubsy intercepts, looking to do something against the back wall. Quilly able to get it past him. It's Your Boy Chad putting it back into the Warlock zone. Ball goes across the net. Nobody home. Quilly's going to chase that down, try and work it out of his own corner there, we're at.
Well, yeah, he's working out of his own corner. Unfortunately, you know, Quilly comes back at a terrible time, as we talked about earlier, but the Warlocks can regain, and we know what they can do. They're undefeated for a reason. As the ball's being put out to the corner, opportunities coming with Quilly with a great clear coming back. Maybe he had to go take a quick leak, so to say. Fury game, and Quilly gonna shoot it, and just like that, Quilly's gonna tie the game up after just reconnecting a few moments ago, and that puts Warlocks in a tie ball game. 2:13 left to play.
Yeah, great read and control by him, able to split the defense. Yeah, ball found its home in the back of the net. Warlocks find themselves in a tied game with 2:12 left. Nice favorable kickoff, ball floating across the corner. Quilly's going to try and do a little something. Nice little fake out there, but Chad was having none of that. He's going to take the ball off this sidewall, trying to get it across middle. Legend Humble comes in. Ball quickly pushed out midfield by Nubsy to a waiting Quilly. Nice save by It's Your Boy Chad, because Quilly was trying to drill that home. Floating midfield is Humble. Ball goes high. Shadow are going to clear the ball out into Warlock territory. Warlock defenders now getting themselves set up. Miss touch there by Humble. Ball floats up. It's Your Boy Chad can't get to it in time. Quilly's going to take the 1-on-2 as he goes down the other end of the field. Cannot get it past Nubsy. Humble tries to track that down, kicks it back midfield. He's going to retreat a little bit, gather himself in some boost. Get the ball over to Quilly.
And the ball is being dropped down over to Nubsy, who's going to clear it off to the Warlock side. Trying to collect some boost here. Opportunity to pass it over, but no one is home for it. As the Warlocks now take it back to the other end. Less than a minute remaining as the Warlocks are now on offense. They're going to try and push it out. Pass, but it's off target with that pass as Humble goes back to play some defense. Nubsy now with no boost. Gets a 50 out to the Warlocks corner. It's Your Boy Chad now dropping it. Letting it play out a little bit as he picks up boost. Going to put it back over to the corner. Shadow are working a decent amount of offensive pressure as Nubsy letting this one bounce. Quilly goes up for it, but instead Chad's going to take a shot, and it's going to be an own goal by Humble. And the Shadow regain the lead. 27 seconds to go.
Wow, real unfortunate there. It's your
Bobby seems to have some mic trouble. We sit here and we look at this game so far. This game one has been full of just craziness. Disconnects, reconnects, shots come in left and right, pressure all over the board. Both teams look like they are even. 20 seconds to go now. Warlocks have an opportunity to shoot, but Legend can't shoot it on target. As the ball's now being rolled up midfield, Billy puts it back to the corner. 10 seconds to go. Opportunity for the Warlocks, but Humble waits as he gets beat. Nubsy has an open net, and the Shadow take a 2-goal lead. 4 seconds to go.
Wow, Warlocks try to be a little too greedy there, and Nubsy just caught him off guard. Easy to go ahead and give themselves, I'm going to say, the go-ahead goal for the first game. 4 seconds left. Warlocks just need to compose themselves, get themselves out of this game, start fresh game number 2. I did have this go into a game 5, so, you know, by the Shadow, I kind of expected this first game to be a little closer than it was, you know, with all the technical issues that we're having. Yeah, definitely a show. Shadow came out. They're ready to play. They are looking to give the Warlocks their first loss of the season.
Oh, definitely, as Quilly is being disconnected, or he lost connection yet again. And this could be the story of the night for the Warlocks. Could this be the first night they take the L because of Quilly's McDonald's Wi-Fi? Time will tell. Time will tell, Wasabi, as the Shadow sit back and reevaluate what happened. Maybe it was a stroke of luck that they, you know, I don't know if the series would have been different if Quilly didn't lose connection midway through. But overall, the Shadow did play well, and they came out with a beautiful victory coming up here with, 6 shots. That's all they need to win. It's just 6 shots.
Yeah, 6 shots, 2 saves, 4 goals apiece, or 2 goals apiece. Definitely working real well together. Nubsy assisting every one of It's Your Boy Chad's shots. Warlocks just, again, connection issues here and there, but just weren't able to pull it together, weren't able to work as a team. Shadow definitely doing some damage in that first game. But again, this is why we play 5, because, things happen. And we live and we learn, or we just get our butts clapped, again and again until it's over, and then we go home and cry about it.
Well, we don't play 5. We play until a team hits 3 wins. It could be in 5 games, could be in 3 games. But Quilly has returned to us once again, coming back out of the tunnel. Now let's see. Can Quilly's Wi-Fi stay connected for 5 minutes?
Yeah, I hope he's at least got a double cheeseburger and a 4-piece sitting there while he's on.
They got 4-piece last game, so
while he's playing with Ronald McDonald in the playpen, because his PC. Hashtag Quilly needs a new PC. We're gonna not start a GoFundMe because he can afford his own stuff, but he needs to get it together.
I mean, most certainly, Wasabi. This is all of my days and all of my years of casting. I've never seen someone in the chat so often as Quilly being disconnected, as he keeps making excuses about his PC. I don't want to hear that. I'm here to see some Rocket League, right? All right, let's see if Quilly can hold up, or will Legend, like you said, turn up and be the Legend for the Warlocks to keep their record alive. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get started as Quilly gets a beat on the Shadow Defender. Drops it over to the corner. Got plenty of boost, going for a bump, but just can't do it. Nubsy has some clear space, and the Shadow are looking to fly to get the early lead, and they're going to with an open net.
Yeah. I don't... Wow. I mean... Yeah. Just some bad communication on that kickoff there. I don't know where either Warlock player intended to actually be on the field. But they left a wide open lane for Nubsy to walk that ball all the way down the field unimpeded. Legend Humble now trying to do a little magic of their own. Quickly cleared out by It's Your Boy Chad. Really trying to take the ball out of their zone. looking to get a touch off the side wall. Both Shadow defenders drop just a little bit. Gets it over Nubsy, gets a nice touch to push the ball forward out to Humble. Humble's going to kick it out of the corner. Quilly cannot rotate around fast enough. It's your boy Chad going to get that high floater, the one that flies all the way into the other net and makes you sad because now you're down by 2.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the second open net that, the Shadow had. I mean, I don't know what the Warlocks defense are doing out here. Maybe they need some communication. I don't know what else to say. I mean, maybe it's just Quilly having some lag issues. I mean, I don't know. He almost had a good shot there. Humble turning it back around, tries to put it on. It's off the line. Shadow going back once again. Nubsy has an opportunity, and throughout all the chaos, Nubsy is going to take a 3-0 lead for the Shadow with just a minute of gameplay.
Yo, you know what the Warlocks I think are doing right now? Getting their exclamation point enters and exclamation point ticket 1 in the chat for a free jersey giveaway. I'm gonna talk about that because that seems way more exciting than how the undefeated Warlocks are getting clapped up one side and down the other. Nubsy he got bumped 3 different times in that play, was still able to maintain control of his car and get another goal. I don't know what is going on with the Warlocks, though. They are definitely trying to play aggressive, but they're playing overly aggressive. They're leaving way too many holes in their defense, and the Shadow are just picking them apart, with Nubsy scoring the 4th goal of this game, 3:33 left.
Wasabi, I am flabbergasted right now, perplexed, looking at the undefeated, Warlocks with Quilly coming in here. I thought it was going to be one heck of a game, but this game so far, it doesn't look like the Warlocks have been, playing as a team. I mean, they still have plenty of time to go. If they could just connect on some shots, and Quilly must have heard me up here in the booth as he finally drills one home. And could this be a potential Brazil sub? Time will tell, but the Warlocks finally get on the board, down by 3 now.
Or is this the missing ingredient to their potion for success? As the Warlocks get underway, 3:18 left. Humble taking it off the sidewall, looking to push the ball forward, blocked by Nubsy. Nubsy gonna get a nice little touch coming off the back wall, looking to do some work out to It's Your Boy Chad. That was a weird touch there. I thought he was going to float it or even take the shot. He pushed it out to the corner. Ball still stays in Warlock territory. Nubsy trying to get another back pass to Chad. Almost cleanly picked by Quilly. It's Your Boy Chad able to get the quick touch, keep the ball out of the back of the net. Humble pushing the ball forward though, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and here comes a Quilly to give his team the 2nd goal of their game, cutting their deficit down by 2, giving them a chance with 2:45 left. Ball underway. Humble's going to chase that down, going to get beat by Nubsy. 50s it though, leaves it center field. Quilly not going to turn on it, going to wait for the touch. Pushes the ball upfield. Nubsy, though, going to play it off, back down into Warlock territory. Gets the ball across midfield. Both defenders miss the ball. And it's your boy Chad again. Open net, unimpeded goal. Shadow are just demolishing them.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the Warlocks definitely got to tighten it up to just assure to keep it going. I mean, they can't let Shadow keep entering the goal frame and with multiple strikes after strikes, and it's just getting so, I don't know, sad to see. I hate to be blunt here, but if they can figure it out in the next 2 minutes, I mean, they still have a shot, but it's going backwards, and an own goal by both players from the Warlocks. Some team practice happening here, as Nubsy didn't need to do anything. All he needed was a Jedi mind trick.
Yo, one of these teams definitely prayed to Lord Psionics, because how do both defenders touch the ball and it still ends up in the back of the net? Like, it didn't even move. It stayed on its trajectoral path all the way into the net. Did not move 1 iota, yet touched both defenders.
I mean, the luck of the draw here. But then again, we take a look, and like I mentioned earlier, Legend Humble was on a reverse sweep in week 1. Do you think he's setting up for something here to be a reverse sweep here?
I mean, hey, listen, whatever you got to do to keep your franchise undefeated, I guess you got to do. You want to be fancy and be known for reverse sweeps, more power to you, I guess. Me personally would like to get a win under my belt first before I even, start worrying about any of that nonsense. But, to each their own. Nubsy, though, going to take the ball off the sidewall, float with no boost, picked up by Legend Humble. Quilly tries to get the 50, does go in his favor against It's Your Boy Chad. Legend Humble now working the ball in the Shadows corner, looking to get the ball midfield, nobody home. Nubsy now trying to get the ball across midfield, 50 with Quilly. Ball does go back into Warlock territory, pushed forward by Legend Humble. Back to Quilly. Got a lot of boomer ball going on here for needing a lot of goals and not a lot of time left on the clock. Warlocks definitely need to solidify something here if they do not want to be 2 games down in this series. I mean, I guess by your script, though, Warrat, they are working for the reverse sweep. And It's Your Boy Chad's going to go ahead and try and make that wish come to fruition as he puts another goal in for the Shadow. 7-2 Shadow, 36 seconds left.
Hey man, all I'm saying is that Rocket League Underground script got leaked out just a few days ago, so maybe they decided to switch it up like good old mini Mac on a daily Monday night. But as we take a look, I don't know what the Warlocks need to change. I mean, we talked about last game clearly with the disconnection and the Shadow winning, but it doesn't seem to be that way this time, as the Shadow have solidified that last game wasn't a fluke, and they just showed up here, just drops a quick 7-banger. I mean, I hope you got your bags back, because we could take a vacation here within the next 10 seconds, but time will tell as Shadow take it around. Nubsy trying to beat both defenders, gets a good opportunity at the net, going to miss. Last opportunity, but it's going to be thwarted by the Warlocks, and the Shadow take a 2-0 lead here in the series, and Quilly leaves the match once again.
I mean, after that performance, I'd leave the match too, bro. I mean, that was what I'd like to call a clinic that Nubsy and It's Your Boy Chad just decided to bestow upon Quilly and Legend Humble. Connection issues and things aside, the Warlocks just don't seem to be working very well together tonight. On the reverse end of that, though, the Shadows seem to be dialed in pretty well with each other. And yeah, I mean, seems to be working out for them too, as they're 2-0 in this series. 1 game away from closing it out, or 3 games away from losing it all.
Wasabi, I just want to point out the scoreline for the Shadow. I mean, it's 4-1-1-4 and then 3-1-1-3. It couldn't get any closer to teamwork than that. I mean, both the players almost the same stat line, whereas the Warlocks just off so many pages here. If they can just keep it like reading the same book, apparently not, because the Shadow are just having their way here tonight with them. As we move on to the next game, what do you think? I mean, we talked about this before, but do you think the Warlocks just need to change their mental game? I know like 75% of Rocket League is about the mental game. And do you think the Warlocks are just in their heads right now?
I mean, after getting basically destroyed in 2 games, I mean, yeah, mental is definitely something that I would be thinking about. I mean, I don't know at this point. I mean, they just can't be down on themselves. They just need to start working together a little bit more. Like that play right there. See, that was a nice play. That was a good play. Willie went ahead and took a nice touch on that ball off the kickoff. Got it up nice and high for his teammate. They drew both defenders out, gave themselves the space they needed to score that goal. And the Warlocks take the 1-0 lead with 4:44 left in Game 3.
Yeah, I mean that's what they need to do. They just need to put a little more pressure, but know when to not pressure. I mean, because we've seen it multiple times and times again. Every time the Warlocks would overcommit on anything, the Shadow are just there with an open net to clear it. And there's a whiff. Humble letting it come back to him, but it's a scary zone because we know how well the Warlocks can shoot on their own net. As Quilly now takes it, 50s out to the sidewall. Humble trying to challenge, but gets beat by Chad. Shot out coming by Quilly. Great clear over to the corner. As that ball's going to bounce. Possible ceiling touch. Does not hit ceiling. Quilly was expecting it, but the ball just gets put out to the mid. Chad taking a shot over to Nubsy, and there's nobody back again for the Warlocks, and we've seen this again over and over, just like a broken record, Wasabi.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Warlocks playing a little deep in Shadow territory, trying to get some offensive pressure going, trying to get a couple more goals, not happy with the 1-0 lead. And the Shadow doing what they have been doing very well all series long, picking apart the defense of the Warlocks, finding those gaps, putting themselves in positions to score very easy, unimpeded goals. And they're able to, again, do that and put the equalizer in, able to score a goal, put their team tied. Again, they're trying to close out this series right here. The Warlocks are definitely trying to keep this alive, play a little bit more Rocket League. Nubsy trying to clear the ball out. Willie getting in his way. Legend Humble coming in, trying to get the ball out of his end of the field. Ball floats around midfield. It's going to be caught by Humble. Cleared away by It's Your Boy Chad. Chad on the sidewall, looking to make a little magic. Touches it off the backboard. Quilly, nice read by Quilly, able to get in and push the ball away. Now he is working the ball in the middle of the field. Humble comes in, gets a touch.
No.
Great 50 by It's Your Boy Chad, though. Unfortunate landing for Humble. It's Your Boy Chad was right in front of it the entire time and was just able to walk that ball down the other end of the field, giving the Shadow the lead for the umpteenth time in this series.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of ridiculous now. I mean, the Shadow are just finding the ways to get these, open spaces. I mean, I just don't know what else to say. They're doing a great job at meticulating this offense, for them, because like every time we see, the Warlocks come up and take a push, it's either a 50-50 with them. Either they're going to keep it around for a little bit longer, or the Shadow are just going to take, possession and just send this ball away. But as we saw, Chad coming up to challenge, ball's getting dropped out to the mid where Nubsy's going to take a touch, but he's going to miss. Opportunity for the Warlocks, and they really need this one to swing back the momentum, taking a shot that's just offline. As Quilly now waiting for it, gets it past one. Opportunity for Quilly, just can't connect. Got cold feet, opportunity wasted. Nubsy taking it back the other end, and the stop for the meantime as the Shadow are pushing once again. Can Quilly save it? He does. He gives himself a savior in this match as Nubsy drops it to the sidewall there. Back down to Quilly. This game is all about just wasting time now for the Shadow, Wasabi. You think it's only a matter of time before they eventually close this door?
I mean, minute 40 left on the clock. Shadow still putting a lot of pressure on. Warlocks look like they're trying to set up some team plays here, which I kind of like that they're trying to get going. They're staying really close to each other. They're working a little, a little staggered. I would have loved to see a lot more of this in the first couple of games. I think it probably would have been a little bit more beneficial for them. Legend Humble comes in to try to get the aerial touch cleared away by It's Your Boy Chad. Quilly going to put it back in, gets a shot! Woo! Puts it to the far side of the goal, and he's going to tie this game up with 1:17 left.
Yeah, Quilly says, hey, I'm still in this game, as he's going to take an immaculate crazy shot off to the corner there. No one can get to it. Warlocks tie the game. Minute 17 left, and maybe we see our first overtime in this series. Still a minute left to go. Time will tell, as I keep saying. As Humble now gets it out, trying to beat, but Chad puts it in the corner, gonna put it high off the back wall. As a shot comes through, Nubsy just can't connect. Chad with a great job keeping it in the Warlock side, because if that ball actually got over him, that would have been a goal. As Nubsy going to get demoed by Quilly. Humble missing off to the side now to the corner. Chad puts it to the center, and Quilly waiting patiently. Good job not to rush it, as Nubsy just waited patiently in the back there. As Humble gets a beat. Opportunity coming from the Warlocks, and it just can't go in. The Shadow's defense still holding strong. Humble's going to take a shot, and Wasabi! We got ourselves a game!
We have a game indeed! It's a shame that we only have 33 seconds left in this game. But if they win this game, we get another game, a full game, to see what the Warlocks, the undefeated Warlocks, are made out of. They have been slapped around these last couple games. They are not out of it, though. Or are they out of it? It's your boy Chad says, suck a punch, and puts another one in, tying this game up. 27 seconds left. Nice touch off the corner, able to get it around Humble. Nobody on the back post. It's your boy Chad. Again, another easy goal, another open net, another no Warlock defender to touch the ball. 24 seconds left, 3-3. Quilly trying to work the ball out of the corner. Kicked back in to their own zone. Humble now waiting to take it out. It's your boy Chad, comes in a little high, but does get the touch on the ball, able to get it around the horn. Great touch by Quilly to bump Humble into the ball to clear it all the way down. Humble tries to set up a pass, but it goes too flat. Didn't lead Quilly anywhere, and we're going to go into overtime.
The first OT, and this is what it takes to beat the Shadow, apparently, as they are going to try and set up on defense now. Quilly trying to win the game by himself, and he's going to take the overtime win in just 8 seconds. After all the disconnections, the accusations, the McDonald's Wi-Fi 10-piece chicken nuggets, he comes in here, gets himself a 4-piece McCrispy, and the Warlocks stay alive.
Jesus, Quilly, I guess, got real tired of Wasabi talking so much trash on him that he said, hey, you know what? I could lose 2 games and still come back and win. Yeah, great performance by Quilly. Definitely the standout player on his team for this particular game. Did what he had to do to make sure that there was still some more Rocket League to be played for these Warlocks, trying to stay undefeated. Shadow definitely came out first 2 games real hard, real heavy. Seemed to let up there a little bit, which opened the door enough for the Warlocks to bombarzel their way through. Yeah, I mean, we're going to game 4. Shadow wish they could have that one back. Warlock's going to give it everything they got. What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, you said this is going to 5, so the prediction still stands true, as you know, the Warlocks stay alive in that game. And as we mentioned before, the Shadows seemed to let off the gas a little bit. Maybe they were just playing a little more passive before, and so now the Warlocks got to just figure this one out, because if we keep seeing those open nets that the Shadow keep on getting, this could be the end for the Warlocks. But they keep on fighting regardless, through the thick and thin, through the mud, and they just keep trying to just claw their way to any offensive push they can get. And it seems to be working. I mean, sometimes when they get set and they're in their heads and they talk to each other, it seems like they might have the advantage here as we get Game 4 underway. The Shadow, Warlocks, as the kickoff goes up to Nubsy, looking to take an early one, but it's just off as the Shadow had an opportunity to score early. As Quilly now going to let this roll up the wall, gets a touch, but he's not going to follow that one up again. Chad sends this one up high. Humble's going to follow it through over to Nubsy, but he's going to get beat, turns it around. And a pinch, unlike no other, sends it back the other way. And Wasabi, it seems like the Warlocks have woke up.
A little bit, I would say. It seems like they took the Shadows playbook and adopted it as their own. This Quilly's going to get a nice touch on that. Bounces off the inner post. Oh my God. What a shot coming from Quilly deep in his zone off the side wall. That was almost a very bad situation for the Shadow, because they don't want to give the Warlocks the edge here. They want to take the lead early. They want to set the pace. They want to be the demanding presence. Quilly and Legend Humble, though, seeming to have a different thought process of their own. There's more demos in the last 5 seconds than I think we saw in the last 3 games, coming from the Warlocks.
Yeah, I definitely love the change of pace from this team as Quilly taking it up the field, going to try and get a pass, but can't touch it. Humble just waiting in the wings now, letting it come to him. It gets beat by Chad now. Quilly going to try to get around one with a 50. All he can do is send it back to his own corner. Humble now going to try and play back wall defense, going up, misses the touch. Opportunity by Chad, but can't score it. Quilly is there. And both teams are just coming out swinging in this Game 4. And I thought we were going to see this in Game 1, Wasabi, but hey, we're getting it now. And almost a Rule 1 on the field doesn't come to fruition.
Oh no, but Quilly did get the ball pushed forward. Gets one drawn out. Humble now trying to work the ball off the backboard of the Shadows. And Willie comes in with a demo on Nubsy. It's your boy Chad, though, able to safely get the ball across midfield, works the wall, gets it by Humble, can't get it by Quilly. Quilly was not allowing that to happen as he tries to get it out past midfield. Stopped by Nubsy, put back in by Humble. Ball now in Shadow territory. Shadow and Warlocks fighting to get the ball into either zone. Shadow now pushing the ball deep into the Warlocks territory. Ball comes off the back wall. Quilly in a position to pick it up and get a nice jump on the Shadow defenders as it comes across the net. He's going to kick it back out to his teammate, but didn't get it out as hard as he wanted to. That's all right. They got it back to Humble. Humble got the touch slightly high off the backboard. Nobody home. Quilly now trying to work his magic in the Shadow zone. And the Shadow are now taking the ball back into Warlock territory.
Yeah, this game has been the best 3 minutes of Rocket League played this entire series from both teams. I mean, Warlocks have done a great job at tightening up the defense, and as soon as I say that, Nubsy makes an amazing play to get around it as he takes the Shadow on his back to gain the lead. 1:47 left to go, and it's just as you thought the Warlocks tightened up the defense. Nubsy said, hey, we got more tricks up our sleeve.
Yeah, he did a little nice car wobble while he was floating behind the ball there. Didn't know which way he was going to go with it, and then decided not to even touch it at all. You know, he had done enough. It made its way into the goal anyway. Shadow takes a 1-0 lead. Scratch that. Nubsy wasn't done. He's going to play with the ball around the backboard of the Warlock zone, and he's going to get a sweet little touch that gets past both of the Warlock defenders to give the Shadow a 2-0 lead. 1:36 left in this game. Same situation as last game, ladies and gentlemen. Shadow win this game, they win the series. Warlock win this game, we go to a game 5 where either team can take this series. The Shadow are being very relentless. They don't want to go to a game 5. They want to close this out now. Nice shot on net by Shadow. Cleared away by Quilly as he takes it back down into Shadow zone. Got bumped. Nubsy now taking it all the way back. Post to post. He's going to put another goal in for his team, and the Shadow are now up by 3.
And this is insane. As soon as we thought the Warlocks had figured it out, they just dropped the ball on this game. I mean, they got through 4 minutes of play, and it just seems like that was it. All the steam is gone. I mean, you know, they ran out of spells in the book, and they just can't complete this. I mean, a minute to go, still plenty of time, I mean, for Humble and Billy to figure this one out. Pass over, but Nubsy intercepts. Humble, all you can do is just send this off to their corner, off the sidewall. Ball's going to roll out through, pass down to Quilly now. But it gets intercepted again by the Shadow team, and now a chokehold on the Warlock's life of being undefeated rests on the shoulders of these next 40 seconds, Wasabi. And if the Shadow are if they just played this game right here, just maniacally just keeping the ball on the Warlock side, we will see the Warlocks take their first L.
Yeah, I mean, both Warlock defenders is scrambling a little bit. 24 seconds left, 3 goals. The game, the series is definitely becoming a fantasy as it's your boy Chad is going to float the ball across the net. Great 50 coming from Quilly and Nubsy to kick the ball back into the Shadow territory. 4 seconds left. This game is all but done. The Shadow have come out here in 4 games and beat the undefeated AL Warlocks. First L of the season for the Warlocks, given to them by the Shadow, who have come out here in first 2 games, pedal to the metal. Kind of let off the throttle a little bit in game 3. First 4 minutes of game 4, just a back and forth. Again, pedal to the metal. 3 quick goals. It was almost like the Warlocks didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about this last game, though. The Shadow making sure the Warlocks don't breathe any air. They only had 2 shots on the board. And, I mean, they had 2 saves. But, like, holding the team to 2 shots in this game is absolutely insane. I mean, let's face the facts here. I mean, they're undefeated. You know, we got Quilly and Humble on the field. And the Shadow doing an excellent job just keeping them in check. And just like that, like you said, in 4 games, Shadow just sending them to their own Shadow realm and taking away that feeling of being undefeated.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, really great game there again by the Shadow. Warlocks came in as the big dogs. Apparently they got slapped around in the schoolyard a little bit.